Heilman, Hackatronics.
All right. So this is Simplicity with a Kawasaki 27, I believe that's horsepower motor. Anyway, on the mower deck, we got a damaged roller. You can see here, this is all cracked up and everything. And it's causing issues with ripping up the yard. So I need to get that replaced. And I'm pretty sure I'm just going to 3D print it. Here you can see the other side. So I'm going to use this one as a reference. This one I might also replace at some point because it's starting to get dinged up too. But yeah, so I'm going to use this one as a reference and 3D print a duplicate of this and replace the damaged one. Yeah, and it's just got a pin here that I just need to get some pliers, straighten that out, pull it out, pull this off and replace it. So yeah, I'm gonna design a replacement. All right, so I removed the one that's in slightly better shape and measured the dimensions out so I can make a 3D model and print that. I'm gonna use either PET or ABS to print this. I believe this is ABS. I'd rather use ABS. I've just had a little difficulty with the quality of ABS in the past. But I might, yeah, I'll have to determine which one to use. All right, cool. All right, instead of printing the entire replacement, I decided to print just a small portion of it to confirm that the inner diameter of the roller will be correct and also the outer diameter of the roller will be suitable. So that does look fairly good right there. Definitely a good inner diameter. It'll roll along pretty well. And the outer diameter does look comparable to the outer diameter of the other rollers. So I think we'll be all right with that. And now I'm going to print the entire replacement roller. Alrighty. So 3D printed the ABS roller at 50% infill with solid infill every 5 lines or every 5 layers. So it should have quite a bit of strength, crush strength from side to side. Alrighty. Alrighty, that's on there pretty good. And put the washer on. Put the pin back in. Okay. Yeah, doing this one hand was a bad idea, but I already got it started, so not gonna worry about it. All right, so that's on there pretty good. Not going anywhere. So today is November 10th that I put this on, and I'll run it for a little while. Cleaning up leaves right now. That should put a fair amount of wear and tear on it. I'll let you know how it looks after all that. Since the roller that I made to replace the damaged one worked so well, I'm going to print a second roller to replace the one that was less damaged. And I'm just going to run down how I designed that roller. All right, so I used Autodesk Fusion 360. Really nothing complicated about the design. I just started off with the inner dimension, I just started off with the inner diameter and the outer diameter, and then extruded that up to the height that I needed it to be, which was 104 millimeters, and the outer diameter was 66 millimeters, and the inner diameter was 27.25 millimeters. So if you wanted to make your own, those are the dimensions. And then I just added a fillet to the top there, which isn't all that complicated. It's just a fillet with a set radius, which looked comparable to what was on the existing rollers. And then I just created the test cylinder to confirm the inner diameter and outer diameter before spending all the time printing the larger object. So then I just exported that as an STL, and I used the Prusa slicer to work with my Prusa MK3 3D printer. And I had to tweak some of the settings to get a thicker shell that would be, yeah, just to make it stronger and more durable. So I changed the vertical shell thickness to 10 minimum, and as the example here, that would be 10 is roughly half a centimeter, and the minimum shell thickness is 5 millimeters. So I'll just show you what that looks like when it's printed. So I'll just slice it now. All right, now that it's sliced, you can see, let me zoom up on this so it's easier for everybody. All right, so here we are. The purple and yellow are solid infill up until, half a centimeter, and then it starts to become a grid infill at 50%, and then you can see every 5 layers it has a solid infill. So that gives it a lot of radial strength. And once we're at the top, it goes solid again for another half centimeter. So this is has quite a thick shell, and even the inside is 50% infill with alternating solid infill every 5 lines. So quite a strong object. All right, and so I'm going to go ahead and export this. To the SD card, and now I'm just going to go ahead and plug it into the Prusa. All right. So as I stated before, this is the Prusa MK3, and I'm using ABS. Let me just make sure I selected the right. Okay, so the file I'm going to be running is the Mower Deck Roller version 1. Running at 0.3 millimeter layer height just so it prints faster. And even so, it takes about 12 hours to print this roller. Okay, so I'll get back to you in 12 hours, I guess. Okay, so it's been printing for a little under an hour, and you can see that we are at 6.5 millimeters, and yeah, right now we're between solid layers. You can see the grid, and pretty soon there will be another solid layer, but I'd rather not just sit here and wait around for that. Anyway, yeah, quite a good printer. All right, I'll get back to you in 11 hours. Okay, so here we are with 40 minutes to go and roughly 7 millimeters to go. And you can see that we started the fillet at the top just slightly. Okay, so it'll be done soon. Okay, so the printing has completed. And there's a slight, what they call elephant foot at the bottom there, but it's not too bad. Certainly will wear off when it's on the mower deck rather quickly, so I'm not too concerned about that. The bigger issue would be the internal diameter being affected, but when I made the other one, it wasn't a problem. So, all right, let's put this on the mower deck. And I just thought I'd compare the outer diameters of the one I've been running with for a month and the one that I just put on. So here's the one I've been running with for a month. It's at 65 millimeters. And the one I just put on is at 65.6. So the other one was 65.3, 65.6. I think that's a pretty okay wear and tear. I think they are slightly larger than the other rollers that are on the inside of the shaft there. So it makes sense that they would be the first ones to get worn down. All right, cool. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Be trying to make more videos in the future. Take care.